games begin.
Yo, do the knowledge to the master builder. The new millennium, Hiram and Biff. Gotta watch what I say to you, so I code my section. Cause they really passed the statute of limitations. The streets still holler about how strong I am. I heard still holler about how wrong I am. As a
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Bulls in this one. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K Sports team and the NBA. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's been home cooking for the Kings in the midst of a homestand here in Sacramento. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Winslow, Okafor out there with Noah. Then there's Irving. And it's Holiday in the 2 spot.
And former Coach of the Year George Karl making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
Passes it to Noah. Here's Okafor. And that's collected by Gay. So it's Sacramento now. Stolen by Winslow. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Noah's got the ball. And the call will be against Darren Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Chicago with the ball. Off the screen. And the Bulls with another miss. And what a pickup to get a guy like Karl, Greg, on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son Kobe.
That's
Remember
right.
that? Yeah.
That's right. It was a family affair.
Millsap a screen. Williams with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. And the shot is good.
Both teams had started out a bit sluggish. It really took a while for that first basket.
That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Millsap a screen. Dishes it to Stevenson. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Stevenson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Okafor. Just 5 on the clock. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Screen by Cousins. Jumper off the screen. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Cousins has got his first points of the game.
What a tremendous feed from Williams. Great awareness.
Here's the screen. Noah the screen. Holiday with the 3. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game. Last game for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Suns. Millsap kicks to Cousins. Back to Millsap. To the middle. Taken away by Holiday. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And the dunk by Winslow.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when the steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Some firepower, Clark, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
To the paint. Shot to stop the run. And Cousins throws it down.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Now, here is Holiday. 6 points for him.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Chicago leading by 3. Picked by Okafor. Off the screen. It's Chicago with another bucket.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Millsap kicks to Cousins. Back to Millsap. And Winslow pulls it down.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And it's Okafor off the drive.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Okafor sets the pick for Irving. Again, Chicago.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
So the Kings call timeout, their first. Well, last season, Greg, another year without playoff basketball in Sacramento. A shame to see some of the best fans in the NBA not be a part of the postseason.
That's a great point, Kevin. Now, 9 straight years where the Kings have failed to make the postseason. 29-win seasons aren't going to get you very far when you're battling in the West.
So the Kings call timeout, their first.
And, you know, you mentioned the 9 straight years without a playoff appearance for the Kings. Their last trip was in 2006. And since then, they've been rebuilding. That's the second longest playoff drought in the NBA.
Johnny Snell's checked in for Winslow. And here are the Kings now. 9-point game. Moutier kicks to Gay. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay.
Timeout. Timeout.
Chicago timeout call. Ladies and gentlemen.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Bulls leading by 9. Irving with it. He has 6. Picked by Okafor. Holiday dishes to Okafor. Releases. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Here's Gay. Jahlil Okafor making his last shot. Gay passes to Ballard. Outside Irving. Right wing. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. And the 3 off target. To stop the drought. And finished off by Gay.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now, here is Irving. He feeds it to Okafor. It's hauled in by Harris. The Kings trail by 9. Moutier kicks to Gay. And Harris wide open. He shoots. The three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, that's got to be deflating and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse.
Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. And Holiday kicks to Irving. And he gets the bucket.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Chicago leading by 10. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Moutier. Again, Sacramento. Chicago's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Okafor inside. Harris is there. The turnaround Jay. Here's Noah. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
Gay with no one around. Can't get it to go. So it's Chicago now. 10-point lead. Goes up the baseline. A nice shot by Irving. Irving's got 11.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Sacramento shooting their first free throw of the night here. And so he hits the technical free throw. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups form in that series, but...
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark, brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Rodney Stuckey on the wing. He's covered by Gay. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. They get the rebound. Here's Brooks. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. There's the lob to the hoop. And finished off by Gay.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
The Kings have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
Brooks kicks to Snell. That one a little long.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Mirotic has a wide open look. No good, unable to end this run. Gay with it, guarded now by Aaron Brooks. Harris again, Stuckey. Puts up the baby hook. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Brooks with no one around. Villar with the rebound.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Sacramento shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. The first free throw is good. And the Bulls making a change here. And Harris drops them both.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Here's Ellington. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And still... Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. And their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Chicago right now, Winslow is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Wayne Ellington. Then it's John Henson. And it's Brooks in the point guard position. And that one's good.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow. But Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
The shot by Ellington, no good. The Kings trail by 3. Now here's Oubre. He's covered closely. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And Mirotic kicks to Ellington. No good. Hill with some nice D. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
Winslow wide open. He fires. Good on the triple. Winslow's got his second basket of the night. Here's Hill. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Some changes for Chicago. Okafor's checked in, and Justin Holiday subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Irving kicks to Henson. Holiday goes in. The shot misses. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Harris outside. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. The Bulls leading by 6. Irving with the ball. Picked up by Harris. And it's Okafor off the drive. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and it seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
Sacramento making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. And a change for the Bulls. Stuckey's checked in. There's the pick. Millsap dishes to Mudiay. Back to Millsap. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And, you know, we'll never really know the full details of why Malone was fired, but the effect it had on the team was easy to see. Kings really tailspinned out of control afterward.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Kings.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Sacramento moving it around. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Bulls making a switch here. Noah's checked in. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Irving kicks to Stuckey. There's the pass to Noah. Stuckey into the lane. Outside Irving. Noah, the pass to Okafor. 5 to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Stuckey. Stuckey with another miss.
You know, the Kings, I think, will look back and realize they made a dubious decision the way they handled that coaching change. I mean, lucky for them, they were able to right things, so to speak, by landing George Karl later on. Clearly one of the better coaches in NBA history.
Lance Stephenson's checked in for Solomon Hill. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Bulls leading by 8. Now Irving. 11 points in the game. In the corner, Winslow with it. And again, Chicago. No good. The Kings have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's Moutier. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. The Bulls have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Back to Stuckey. Inside. Here's Noah. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed. And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And here's Irving. Lets it go from the wing. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Feeds it to Moutier. Okafor with the steal. Irving attacking. Misses in close. The Kings trail by 7. Moutier with the ball. Noah picks him up. Nobody near Stevenson. Off target from outside. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Irving. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. Here's Okafor. From down in the low post, it goes. And now it's an 11-point Chicago lead. Now here's Moutier. He's got 8. At the elbow, Stevenson. He'll set a screen. Inside. Cousins. Can't cash in from close range.
And, you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher, too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
DeMarcus Cousins. That's his first.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
Tony Snell's checked in for Chicago.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
At the line for your
And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clark you can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
Rudy Gay's checked in for Sacramento. Williams comes in for Moutier. Chicago calls timeout. Thinking about DeMarcus Cousins, Clark, when he was selected, people questioned whether he could stay out of trouble. Many doubted that, he could, but he has stayed clean really since day one.
Yeah, going back 5 years ago, a beat writer actually had the audacity to say he would end up in jail at some point, but Cousins has proved him and others wrong.
Tobias Harris is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Here's Chicago. They're on a 14-4 run right now.
And with that Cousins story about the writer, Cousins actually called him out about that failed prediction. I mean, they made amends, however, with the writer eating his words and donating to a charity of Cousins' choice.
The Kings trail by 14 to the inside. Out to Harris. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Harris has got 5.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Pick by Okafor. Goes up off the pick. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
Harris!
Yeah, and for Cousins, it's never been a question of talent. I mean, many are glad to see that he's been able to stay focused really for the first stretch of his career.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
And it's off the back rim. No good.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
And it's Okafor off the drive. In the corner, Stuckey with it. In the corner, Irving with it. The three-pointer off the mark. The Kings trail by 12. Williams with a clean look. They get it back.
They did a good job in the first quarter getting themselves to the line, but here in the second, they've gone away from it.
Yeah, everything's been perimeter-oriented, and you have to be hitting shots to play that way.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Henson's checked in for Noah. Iritic comes in for Okafor. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And Brooks subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Harris. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Harris has got 10 points.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
The feed now to Snell. Wide open shot is on the money.
The rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
Millsap kicks to Harris. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Pass to Mirotic. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
The Bulls making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Brooks dishes to Henson. Shot clock at 3. And the Bulls with another miss. The Kings trail by 12. Here's Gay. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way up. Gay's got 6 points.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Snell kicks to Holiday. Another miss by Holiday.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
Well, that's certainly not who I expected to corral that rebound.
And they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hold it.
And I'm guessing that's exactly what they're probably going to do here.
Brooks kicks to Howard. Howard down with both hands.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequence.
And so we wrap up the first half. It's Chicago. Up 10. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
All right, Sacramento, please follow.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And guys, as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
We've got Darren Williams, Paul Millsap out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Lance Stevenson, and it's Bilal in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Irving with a clean look. It's hauled in by the Kings. Millsap kicks to Stevenson. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Irving drives in. Out to the right wing. Millsap with the steal. And now the Kings fast break. Right block shot. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Defensive foul.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch. Sacramento didn't have a free-flowing offense, and they wanted to get up and down, and it showed in their play transitioning from stagnant to free-flowing.
Chicago shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
The Kings trail by 7. Irving against Williams. In the corner, it's Stevenson. And that one is stuffed right through.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
They grab their own miss. Irving for 3. No good. The Kings have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Pass to Bullar. Back to Millsap. Stolen by Noah. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Irving kicks it to Noah. Right side Holiday. Outside Irving. 6 to shoot. And the 3 ball is good. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Outside Williams. They set the pick to the inside. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Well, for Darren Williams, the injury-riddled campaigns just keep piling up.
Yeah, it's almost difficult to watch considering how good he was when he was healthy. I mean, you're talking about one of the most explosive players in the game over the last decade at the point guard spot. But the injuries, hard to overcome.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And guys, for Darren Williams last season, all those injuries finally affected his shooting. 39% from the field last year, the second lowest mark of his career. And he just couldn't create space or elevate to get the clean looks he had grown accustomed to.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. John Henson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Okafor. And Brooks subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Count that one.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
And, you know, talking about Darren Williams, last year wasn't all bad. I mean, nearly 7 assists a game, 3.5 rebounds, a steal. Not the stocking stuffer he used to be, but he still battled and still contributed.
At the line for 2.
And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career-high 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from 3 the year before, Kevin. So, yeah, monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
And Holiday has it in the corner. It's stolen by Hill. The drive by Cousins. Stolen by Brooks. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Fires from deep. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
For 3.
And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production within those athletic limitations.
And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Winslow.
Assisted by.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
You know, the thing about Harris is he's a combo forward, extremely versatile. At 6'8", he struggles with size against the better power forward, and he lacks the athleticism of the better small forward. So to get the most out of him, you have to put him in the right matchups.
And the Kings making a change here. Houtier is checked in. Back to Brooks. Shoots from the baseline. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Brooks has got his 3rd basket of the night. To the wing on the left. Now here's Moutier. Brooks covering. And that one's good. 10 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And Henson kicks to Mirotic. Holiday with the 3.
Justin Holiday.
And the basket good. Holiday's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bulls. The Kings have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Now here's Moutier, guarded closely. He dishes it to Roten. Shot clock at 6. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And that's 13 points for Tobias Harris. Henson sets a screen for Brooks. There's the dish to Winslow. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Mirotic, the pass to Henson. Nice move. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
That's his first personal foul.
Clark, when you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing, length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measures 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan at the 2012 NBA Combine. His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
Wow is right. Tony Snell's checked in for Chicago. Stuckey comes in for Justin Holiday. Now here's Moutier. Brooks covering. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, perhaps one of the most intriguing draft picks of this past summer, Emmanuel Moutier, can be a game-changing player. Was going to play, Clark, as you recall, at SMU for Larry Brown.
He sure was, and went overseas instead. So we don't know a ton about him other than his reputation is sterling. Now we'll see if he can live up to it.
And how about Moutier, guys? He has a very interesting upbringing. Born in the Congo, grew up in Texas, then spent last season in China. Already a very well-traveled young man for a player of his age.
And you know, with Moutier, you can't ignore what he does on the court. He has amazing size at the point guard spot, excellent vision, and is a natural playmaker for his squad.
Lance Stevenson's checked in for the Kings. Mirotic dishes to Brooks. Mirotic sets the screen for Brooks. He kicks it to Snell. And again, no good by Chicago.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Stevenson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Kings. Brooks kicks to Mirotic. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Mirotic has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. For the Sacramento Kings, their last game a loss to the Nuggets. Moutier with the ball. He's got 11. It's taken away by Stuckey. From deep, Brooks. Hill pulls it in. The Kings trail by 12. To the middle. Here's Cousins. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Stuckey. Here's Brooks. He's got 8. Six on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. Mirotic passes to Brooks. Henson in the corner. Over Moutier. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Henson's got the lead up to 14 now for Chicago. Now here's Moutier. Brooks covering. Moutier kicks to Harris. Knocked away. Stolen by Brooks. In transition, here come the Bulls. Stuckey's got the ball. Sacramento's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, and for them to reduce the lead, they should keep the pace brisk. I mean, that's how they've generated the highest quality shots.
Brooks against Harris. Kicks to Snell. Mirotic dishes to Stuckey. 4 on the shot clock. Passes it to Henson. Stolen by Stevenson. And now the Kings fast break. And Moutier throws it down.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. Key stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy ones.
Snell, the pass to Brooks. No good on the triple. The Kings trail by 10. Dishes to Moutier. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Harris puts up the baby hook. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Running it right down their throats. 3 straight buckets in transition.
Yeah, and they're paying the price right now for the lackluster defense. For me, that's inexcusable.
The Bulls have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And, you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Irving attacking. Sweet little floater. Irving's got 23.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Stoudemire's checked in for Cousins. Millsap comes in for Harris. Rudy Gay's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And Darren Williams is subbed in for Moutier. Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Bulls. Here's Hill. Again, the miss by the Kings. Outside Irving. He feeds it to Okafor. Noah the screen. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Bulls lead by 12. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. So for Chicago right now, they've got Noah. Winslow is out there with Okafor. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Holiday in the shooting guard position. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Millsap misses. Chicago leading by 12. Holiday left side. And stolen by Gay. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. The quick look, no good that time. And Chicago shooting in this game, 45%. Here's Irving. Can't get it to go. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. The pass to Stoudemire. No good off the back of the rim. Outside Irving. Feeds to Noah. Pass to Winslow. Out left to the wing. Okafor inside. Millsap covering. Okafor gets the bucket. Okafor's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Bulls. Williams kicks to Hill. Millsap a screen. A three from Gay. The Bulls leading by 14. Outside Irving. The feed now to Okafor. Back to Irving. Banked in off the glass. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Hill dishes to Gay. Noah with the block. 3 on the clock.
Sacramento calls
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
With Joakim Noah, I mean, you know exactly what he's going to give you every season. Rebounding, block shots, steals, a few points, relentless energy and enthusiasm, and even a few assists as well.
And Joakim Noah, he's all about doing whatever it takes to help his club succeed. Always has been. Greg, he did the dirty work when he played inside of Florida. When they won back-to-back championships, he's done it in each and every NBA season in Chicago.
And you just hit on it. I mean, he bites, he scratches, he claws his way into the upper echelon in terms of elite centers in our league. And in 2014 was named All-NBA first team as well as Defensive Player of the Year. Let's just hope he's healthy this season to get back to that level.
Over to the wing. Holiday, the pass to Noah. And he goes in for the dunk.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific.
Outside Irving. A floater. It's hauled in by the Kings. Hill's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Stolen by Winslow. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks.
I tell you
there.
what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
It's Williams with the drive. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Winslow. From 10 feet out, Sacramento grabs the miss. Hill's got his 4th rebound in this one. Irving against Williams. They set the pick. From deep, Gay. Sacramento again missing. Irving with the ball. Williams picks him up. Irving kicks to Holiday. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Kings trail by 20. Williams dishes to Harris. Pass to Billar. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gay. And it's Gay again missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Irving drives in. And it's Okafor. That time on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Harris misses.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way, and they've got to stop this run, and the only way you do that, you got to score yourself.
Irving drives in. No luck. Excellent D there from Williams. The Kings shooting 43% for the game. Harris outside. Drills it from outside.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Chicago timeout call.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team and the way they approach the game.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. The Bulls leading by 19 points. Mirotic, the screen. Snell, the pass to Mirotic. Snell, that's good.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
You know, last season, DeMarcus Cousins had several triple-doubles, but with Cousins, he would have 20-plus rebounds to go along with 20 points and 10 assists. That's amazing for a big man, for any man, as a matter of fact.
And for Cousins, those 20, 20, 10 triple-doubles are an incredibly rare feat. First time, in fact, that we've seen that in the NBA since 2010.
And he was the first big man since the great Wilt Chamberlain to do it in back-to-back games. So Cousins is one of the rare big men who can do it all and has displayed that multiple times last season.
The dish to Hill. Screen by Cousins. Hill kicks to Cousins. Stolen by Henson. Here's Snell. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 6 assists here tonight. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Henson with it. He's picked up by Hill. Snell. Nice open look, but it's no good. Hill left side. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Brooks against Williams. Now here's Henson. He's covered closely. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Henson's got 4 points now in the quarter. Sacramento's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Cousins dishes to Williams. On the wing, Stevenson. 6 to shoot. Millsap against Mirotic. Millsap misses.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Brooks, the best to Mirotic. Beyond the arc. And it's good.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Cousins with the bucket. Here's Brooks.
Well, the game's getting bigger, going international. But at least in the U.S., it really seems the game is going indoors. Back in the day, the legends of the game still played on the blacktop. That's becoming a thing of the past.
And Cousins throws it down.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Here's Henson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Henson's got 10 points here in the second half. And speaking, Clark, of playground basketball, why do you think that is that players are going indoors?
Well, I think one reason is playing on hardwood is nicer. It's easier on your joints and safer overall. The game has changed and it's big business now, but there are still plenty of weekend warriors who get their hoop on outside.
Here's Cousins. That's it, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that. Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
And the foul on John Henson. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And Cousins kicks to Hill. Cousins with a screen for Hill. Passes it to Stevenson. Pulls up from the corner. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bulls.
You're right there, Steve. And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, Clark, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
Well, it deflates the opposition when you can be pesky defensively, and then it sparks your offense, and that's what happened for them. When you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's hard to overcome that kind of defensive pressure.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
No surprise here, just a big-time performance for Kyrie Irving. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in, and if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Kicks to Henson. Knocked loose. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. From deep, Stevenson. And it's Stevenson again missing. Smooth sailing for Chicago. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Now Brooks. Clock at 4. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Sacramento ball. Bulls substitution.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show.